is closer than you think. Are you ready?
Good morning. Today I'm very proud of myself.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Live from an undisclosed location. Right. This is The Meltdown. And here is your host, Darian Anthony.
Whoops. Everything good still? Alright. Alright. Welcome to The Meltdown. I'm your host, Darian Anthony. Thank you so much for joining us. Super excited to be here. This is our second studio built. Took a little bit. Wasn't easy. Gathered a bunch of my pets to help me build it, including Lola, my wiener dog, my turtle named Maluma. She also helped build this studio. Thank you so much. I am so grateful and so happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get to it. We're here at The Meltdown. We're all about the end times. Let's do it. First article. Let's go. States deploy carrots to drive up coronavirus vaccination rates. Wait, let me read that correctly one more time. States deploy carrots to drive up coronavirus vaccination rates. This is incentives, folks, to get the old jabberoo. Per state, we need to talk about this. All right, let's do this. So, per state, from 1 million cash prizes to a free dinner with New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, states and cities are offering incentives, a part of their efforts to boost vaccination rates. Driving the news, U.S. daily administered doses fell dramatically in late April and May, according to Centers of Disease Control and Prevention data. So let's look at this real quick. What you're looking at here is different states giving different incentives to get this done. All right, here's where I kind of lose my mind. All right, take a look at this list here. All right, at the top here, we're going to go through every single state. If you live in one of these states, you can get one of these incentives if you get the old, say that online anymore. All right, let's start with California. Okay? Or what we doing California? All right, let's do California. Yep, California. Okay. Governor Gavin Newsom announced Thursday that 30 Californians 12 years or older have a chance to win $50,000 if they complete their vaccination. If a minor wins, the cash will be put into a savings account until they turn 18 years old. Honestly, they shouldn't pull that money until they're 25. $1.5 million in cash prizes. Additionally, the first 2 million people to begin and complete their vaccinations starting May 27th will automatically receive $50 prepaid grocery card. I love groceries, but when they're free, that's when I love free groceries. Okay, let's look at the next one. Colorado. Governor Jared Polis has unveiled the Colorado Comeback Cash vaccine drive, a 5-week sweepstakes that will award 5 people $1 million each for getting the vaccine. Delaware. Delaware residents 18 or older who get vaccinated between May 25th and June 29th will have a chance to win a variety of cash and other prizes, including vaccinations and free tolls. Illinois Governor J.V. Pritzker announced on May 13th that Six Flags Great America will offer 50,000 free tickets valued at $4 million to newly vaccinated Illinois residents. Maine! The state is offering a variety of rewards, including a certain number of fishing and hunting licenses to any resident who gets at least one dose of the vaccine by the end of May. Now here's the other one, my favorite. Maryland. Any resident 18 years and older who has been vaccinated in the state will be automatically entered in a daily drawing to win a $40,000 prize. The drawing will be held from May 24th to the 4th of July. One lucky person will win $400,000. This is incentives. Incentives so you can get the you know what if you live in these states. This is crazy. You know what I need an incentive? I need an incentive to do a lot of things, but to get this, I don't need an incentive. Well, actually, no incentives gonna. We won't get into that. So I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Next one, COVID. I saw this article, and I was like, it made me a little sick. COVID. This is what's going on in our COVID news these days. COVID. Reused nose swab scam busted in Indonesia airport. All right, I warned you folks about this. This is going to be pretty disgusting. All right. Several employees of a pharmaceutical company have been arrested in Indonesia for allegedly washing and reselling used COVID nasal swab test kits. Up to 9,000 passengers at an airport in Medan have been tested with a reused swab stick, says police. Wait. That's one swab sticks for 9,000 people. Wait. One swab for 9,000 people. You know, most of the time when I use a Q-tip, I throw it away. One swab. Yes. COVID nasal swab testing has become a routine in many countries hit by the global pandemic. Police said that they believe the scam has been happening since last December at the Kuala Lumpur Airport in Medan, North Sumatra. Passengers are required to have a negative test if they want to fly. And the airport offers the option of getting the swabs done on the site, probably the used one. Airport authorities have also used antigen rapid tests supplied by Kimia Pharma. So, horrible! Next one. Let's look at this. Church news. In church news this week, more churches closed than opened in 2019. Then came the pandemic. Let's look at this. An article here says by Aaron Earls on Lifeway Research says that looks like here that in 2019 approximately 3,000 Protestant churches were started in the U.S., but 4,500 Protestant churches closed. They're estimated with Nashville-based Lifeway Research. The Evangelical Research Organization analyzed congressional information from 34 denominations. This is the number of churches reducing slowly. This is what we're looking in this article. We're looking at the number of congregations, the number of people in congregations reducing every day, every week, And this is exactly what the Bible talks about, is that the heart of man will grow cold, and that eventually churches are going to start to get a little bit more and more empty. People are going to leave their faith. In a recent article I saw is that millennials just don't really care that there is a God. If there is, they don't care, or they don't believe in one already. So what we're looking at here is basically the heart of man growing cold, and the pews at churches are getting more and more empty. And this is something that we see as the closer we get to the end, the closer that we get to a time where Jesus called as the birth pains in Mark 24. And so this is exactly a result of that. So let's continue on. Starting here with the current closure gap indicates a shift from Lifeway Church's research analysis for 2014. An estimated 4,000 Protestant churches were planted, while 3,700 closed in a year. Over the last decade, most denominations have increased the attention they have given to revive the existing congregations that are struggling, said Scott McConnell, Executive Director of Lifeway Research. This has been more than a fad. This has been a response to a real growing need to revitalize unhealthy congregations, which is good. Skipping down here a couple paragraphs. Same thing for Ed Stetzer, Executive Director of the Wheaton College Billy Graham Center. The numbers provide a clarifying reminder to American Christians. Check this out. Church planting is slowing, and the church planting is slowing, and the number of closures are growing, he said. And I quote, "Yet the opportunity is still before us. People are searching spirituality, and the gospel is the answer." I couldn't agree more. Next news. Check this out from Zero Hedge. Okay, in our COVID news, forget COVID. Get ready to be afraid of climate change. Extreme weather events. Now that the operation of COVID has run its course, the cabal needs another story to sell to scare you into oblivion. The elite overplayed their hand with COVID, thanks to the truthers at Zero Hedge, who has done an impeccable job reporting a controversial topic, and they say not politicians like Trump. There is a great awakening happening, which is flipping the Great Reset on its head. Zero Hedge says that the Great Reset is becoming the Great Reject. It's nearly mainstream news that COVID is a man-made bioweapon. But what's next? With Bezos, Gates, Fauci, and others on the run, are they going to go home with their marbles mopping after their failed attempt to take over the world? I wouldn't bet on it. So let's talk about this. Since the collapse of the Nazi regime, the military-industrial complex has struggled to justify the massive costs of pollution that the planet, considering the enemies have less weapons, less training, less money, and are not hostile. In fact, real enemies of the USA hardly exist anymore, so much that they need to create them. You can get a sense of what the narrative will look like 3 months from now, as they have used their agent, Elon Musk, who's probably an alien, to sow the seeds on cultural icon. He was on SNL the other night. Crypto was cool 10 years ago, but now Bitcoin is bad for the environment. So you see how this is going? So now Bitcoin is causing things in climate change that they don't like. So in themselves, they knew this was kind of going to happen. They knew this was going to slowly get to that point. Looking at here at the bottom part of it is, it's no secret that the U.S. government has been sprayed the skies. It's no secret the U.S. government has been spraying the skies for decades with toxic consequences for humans and planet Earth. But it gives us better cell phone reception, allows us complete control of the weather. It gives us a huge military advantage, And not only creates, it says with alumina, creates an electric field. And it shows a video here, or a documentary video. So basically what we're looking at here is climate change. So basically the next big thing they're going to talk to you about is climate change. I don't care about climate. I don't. So forget that. Top of the news time. This is our top of the news hour. And I want to talk about this because I saw this, and let me tell you something, folks. I love potatoes. I have a carb problem. I eat them juicy and with butter and potatoes. Yeah, they're very good. Love them. But until I saw this. Check this out. Check this out. This is our top story of the night. Genetically engineered potato plant glows in response to stress. Pine plants appear to be diseased or otherwise stressed. It may already be too late to address the problem. A new type of potato, however, is designed to warn farmers by fluorescing at the earliest stages of stress. So the more you stress a potato, the more it glows. Stress that potato. The experimental genetically engineered potato plant was developed by scientists at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, led by Shalom Rosenwasser. They chose to modify the Solanium tuberosum potato, better known as the Irish. Why didn't they just say Irish potato? Ending this article here, the researchers introduced a new gene into the plant's chloroplasts, which are basically organelles, subcellular structures that conduct photosynthesis. Putting it simply, the more stress that a plant experiences, the greater the amount of reactive oxygen that the species produces. In the case of a new potato, this in turn causes it to produce more of the fluorescent protein. So the more stressed the plant is, the higher the percentage of the fluorescence. And although the fluorescence can't be seen by the naked eye, the scientists could detect it using a highly sensitive fluorescent camera. We were able to monitor the fluorescent signals emitted by the biosensors and notice the accumulation of reactive oxygen. Basically, they're stressing potatoes out. Thank you so much for watching. That's it for today. We're super, super happy. Thank you.